To introduce our Kyoto Prize Scholarship recipients, please welcome Vice President of Research and Dean of Graduate Affairs, San Diego State University, Dr. Stephen Welter.
Hello. So I have the pleasure this evening of presenting the 2019 Kyoto Prize Symposium Scholarship recipients, who are 6 of the most promising high school seniors in the San Diego County and the greater Tijuana region. Your support funds the scholarships and encourages these students to pursue a college education in the fields of the Kyoto Prize categories. Since 2004, the Kyoto Symposium organization has generated more than $2.5 million in scholarships, fellowships, and educational opportunities in the San Diego Baja region. Today we have 5 of our 6 scholarship recipients with us. Roberto Leonardo Hernandez Perez is unable to be here with us tonight, but we congratulate him and wish him great success as he pursues a career in mechanical engineering. Let's meet the other 5. Delia Alejandra Aguilar Martinez is an outstanding athlete and has competed already in national racquetball tournaments in Mexico. While she plans to continue to participate in sports for the health benefits, and I assume the fun, she's also been a recent volunteer that has in many ways shaped much of her future plans. Do you want to tell us a little bit maybe about some of your volunteer efforts?
Of course. A month ago, I went to the mountains of Tarahumara and shared an incredible moment with the children of a community called Pawichiki. We were there a week and we had no phone service, no water. We had to go to a well and take the water from there. It was a beautiful experience.
That's great. I know that volunteerism is supposed to have sacrifice, but really a month without cell phones?
No, a week.
A week, okay. I mean, we got to have limits, right? Well, anyway, so you obviously had a tremendous experience, and does that shape your future plans at all?
Oh yeah, now I'm planning to return to these mountains and volunteer a year, then come back to study the career of social psychology to implement it in the volunteering.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you really doubled down on this. That's great. Thank you so much, and the best of success.
Thank you.
Let me introduce Victor Andres Castillo Bringas, who is in the advanced technology category. For the last 3 years, Victor has been an active volunteer in Tijuana, working at homeless shelters and community centers, as well as tutoring high school students. He's also an accomplished violinist, and like many musicians, Victor has an affinity for science. Last December, he participated in a science and technology exchange in Tokyo, Japan. And Victor, why do you study science at a university?
Yeah, I would like to study medicine and later on become a neuroscientist. Last summer, I also attended to an internship at UC San Diego, where I learned a lot about neurological science and also the genetics of the mind. And this year, I want to apply to an internship in Israel to make another internship in biological sciences. And later on in August, want to make another internship in India, where I want to give my experience and my knowledge to the hospitals where.
That's great. I don't know if you noticed, but Dr. Deiseroff also has a degree in medicine and neuroscience, and
yes,
he got a pretty sweet medal. I'm not sure I can guarantee it, but you don't see a lot of people wearing their medals. So what interests you about neuroscience?
I would like to help people that have schizophrenia. In my country, in Mexico, there has not been a lot of research in that field, so I want to help those kind of people. Yeah, because they don't have the help that they need in my country.
That's terrific. That's an impressive goal. And best of luck.
Thank you.
So may I introduce Anna Anderson, whose dream it is to study bioengineering, and she's already well on her way. Not many 17-year-olds dream about bioengineering. Maybe no 17-year-old dreams about bioengineering, but why is that your dream?
Witnessing health struggles within my family with my mother and sister has inspired my dream to become a bioengineer. I want to work on innovative healthcare initiatives as well as comprehensive personalized medicine.
That's fantastic. And I understand you also started a nonprofit organization?
I combined my passion for visual art with my desire to serve in founding my nonprofit Portraits for Patients. My goal is to use my art to bring light to those struggling through medical struggles, and our latest project has been creating an original coloring book with student-donated art for the children at Rady Children's Hospital.
So when you weren't working in your spare time, you did research at UC San Diego?
So
Can you share a little bit about that?
I was accepted into the UCSD Mentor Assistance Program, and I'm currently working with Dr. Kelly Breen Church, who studies how stress affects the reproductive system, and having that hands-on laboratory experience has really opened my eyes to research, and it is definitely something that I'm looking to pursue further in college.
Great. Are you hoping to go to any particular universities?
I'm still waiting on decisions, but I'm hoping for UCLA Friday or Stanford, maybe. We'll see.
Oh, Stanford.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Berkeley? I worked for a little while there, and it's about 2 square miles surrounded by reality. You know, my daughter, she was asking me sort of how could she decide? And have you ever been to the campuses yet?
No, I have not.
They're both beautiful, and if you're walking across the Stanford campus and all of a sudden you feel like an uncontrollable urge to put a cashmere sweater over your neck, you should go there. And converse, I think if you walk across the Berkeley campus and you feel a need to challenge the dominant paradigm, to question assumptions, to take down the man, you're probably 50 years too late, and you should go to Stanford. Anyway, best of luck with your career. We really look forward to it.
Thank you.
Now, Shutri Verma has also already shown leadership skills beyond her young age by incentivizing girls to pursue a study in the STEM fields. Can you give us an example, maybe?
Of course. So this past summer, I created a camp for girls called Permission Granted, using funds I received from the National Center for Women in Information Technology. And during our sessions, I tried to encourage the girls to share what they cared about and then build computer programs and applications that could help them solve those issues.
All right, so give me another one.
I also launched my school's chapter of Girl Up, which is a global organization founded by the UN that advocates for gender equality. And my team and I hope to encourage all the girls across San Diego to not just pursue computer science, but also other STEM fields that are traditionally male-dominated.
And I'm assuming you've done research?
Yeah, this past summer, I was fortunate enough to have a chance to work at the Scripps Research Institute, where I was a software programmer for a multidisciplinary project, and I used machine learning techniques to teach a computer how to distinguish between contaminant and legitimate proteins.
So an algorithm to discriminate between contaminants and legitimate proteins. Mm-hmm. I know what illegitimate protein, that's red meat. What is a legitimate protein?
So our issue was that there's these 3 proteomic studies that are all trying to describe the same organelle, and they all say completely different things. So because wet lab biologists weren't able to completely sort out their differences, we tried to do a computational approach instead.
I like it. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank
Good
you.
best of luck. So let's finish with Ronak Roy, who's in the basic sciences. Ronak is another computer science star. At the Intel International Science and Engineering Fair, he won the highest possible award in biomedical engineering for his project, the smartphone-controlled portable phoneropter, which sounds like something from Jurassic Park. So what is a phoneropter?
Yeah, so a phoropter is the large and expensive 200-year-old device used in optometrist's office to assign eyeglass prescriptions. It essentially uses dozens of precisely machined glass lenses through trial and error to figure out your prescription. Now, when kind of faced with this device that I've been, basically seeing every year for the past almost decade of my life, I thought, could I develop something that was, smarter, something that was portable and cheaper that could be taken around the world to replace this, archaic piece of technology?
So did you, I'm going to guess you pulled it off. But,
yeah.
Just a guess.
So yeah, after months of not knowing where to look, I eventually came to what's known as the liquid lens. It's a device that's able to change its focal length, essentially replacing all those glass lenses. The brains of my device were a smartphone and an Arduino board that I programmed to basically replace the optometrist test office and the optometrists themselves. And I, no offense to optometrists out there.
Wouldn't want that.
Of course, I designed and 3D printed a housing to make the entire device, portable and lightweight. And I think compared to the $5,000 to $10,000 standard phoropter, my invention that cost, less than $200 for me to make and is smaller than a shoebox has potential to bring vision to, people around the world who might not otherwise be able to have access to it.
And for a small investment, you can be part. No. I understand you've also been introducing young people to computer science?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, programming and CS have been monumental to my entire life. They've shaped everything I do and I want to do, but not everyone has access to, those resources to learn how to program. So I started a program on my robotics competition team at my school that brings programming outreach to, underserved and low-income middle and elementary schools around San Diego County.
That's terrific. So what are your future aspirations?
Yeah, so I'd like to go into electrical engineering and computer science, but I'd like to be able to, implement and use the same scientific and engineering principles to be able to work on, multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary research and development that would actually allow me to, impact people's lives around the world.
I thought you were going to say that. So really congratulations, and we wish you a tremendous success. Thank you.